Hey there, guys. I need to point out something very important with the knife on this game. So you would assume the knife behaves very similarly to the knife from Resident Evil 7, given that they utilize a very similar template. But that's not the case. And I'm definitely going to make a comparison video involving this, but this is important. So, for the knife in Resident Evil 7, you could mash the button to knife continuously, just like in every other Resident Evil game, and that made sense. However, in this game, this is what happens when I'm trying to mash R2. You see that? So you knife in sets of 2 now, and there's a big delay in between, and that right there is one of the dumbest design choices ever, and it doesn't make any sense as to why the knife behaves like this. And the worst part is, you cannot knife and sprint at the same time like you can in Resident Evil 7. And this is a problem, because when you're knifing, it slows you down. And the thing I don't understand is that you're still slowed down even during the recovery frames where you have to pull the knife back up into view. So watch. Recovery frames. Gone. Recovery frames. Gone. So during that moment, after the second slash, and then before I pull out my knife, those are the recovery frames, and I can't sprint during them, so I'm going to mash the sprint button during that. That's me mashing the sprint button. Nothing's happening. It's bullshit. It gives the enemies a very unfair advantage. If you're dealing with a very fast enemy, and you try to hit them twice with a knife, you can't sprint, and they'll get the drop on you. It's bullshit. It's badly designed. It gives them a very stupid advantage. And I'm just going to demonstrate that you cannot knife and sprint at the same time in this game. So I'm sprinting, and my sprint is gone. It doesn't even carry my sprint, you see that? I'm still holding on the left analog stick, and it cancels out my sprint. It does not hold my sprint after a knife. What is Capcom doing right now? Why are they making the knife like this? It's so unacceptable. Now, my friend recommended some methods for actually getting past the long break in between knife sets. And I discovered this myself, but I think his method is a lot better. So, you can do a 3-hit combo by stabbing first and then knifing. You can also try to do that, where you knife twice and then you stab, but I don't think it's very reliable because it's still a very lengthy process. However, what my friend recommended, this is the fastest way to knife. Watch. You see that? What I'm doing right there is I am guarding after the second hit, and it cancels out the recovery frames a little bit faster, allowing you to knife continuously. So, it's cool that you can do that, but at the same time, I shouldn't have to do that because of a fault in the developer's decision-making. There is no reason to change the knife from Resident Evil 7. The knife worked perfectly fine in Resident Evil 7. But no, they decided to give him this arbitrary change. That's never been a thing in a Resident Evil game. It's such an alien concept for a Resident Evil game. So, I don't approve whatsoever with the way they've designed the knife on this game. The knife in Resident Evil 7 is way better. But that's all you need to know for the moment. I'll be back with some more tip videos.